Hello everybody and welcome back to SpeedForce Racing. My name is JB and I'll be taking you through tonight's proceedings, but I'm not on my own tonight. I have the king of all kingdoms. It is Alex joining me. Oh, my friend, we're back. It's been less than a week, but we're back. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I wasn't here in Gp3 last week, which I'm permanently here because I had something. Yeah, I've got the standings here, mate. If you want me to read them out quickly,
yes, please
before
do.
we get into the meat of this Canadian sandwich with maple syrup and poutine inside. I don't know what poutine is, but I don't know if you can put it in a sandwich. But I know it's Canadian. So
I'll
anyway,
tell you later. I'll tell you later what that means.
The standings are Sven is on top with 81 points, and then on 59 points is Luke Beck. Behind them is Trainman, then Billy, then Topics, Fester, Friedrichs, Olive Stilly, GA, Psychomich, Special Energy, then it's Linell, Elsene, Hangolf, RDB, Gamey Things, Fun Sands, Clarkson, Oimer, Sigard, and then that is your standings at the moment. In the Constructors' Championship, we have the Alfa Romeos of Clarkson and Billy on top with 118 points. Then Renault, Friedrich, and Luke behind on 69. Then we have Toro Rosso's Lee and RDB on 62. And then from there we have Ferrari, which is Sven and Trainman, Mercedes, Ollie and Alsan. Then we have Dr. Special Energy and Topics in at the Racing Point. Red Bulls, Gamey and Hengloff. Passes, Mitch and Fester. McLaren's J and Blood, and Oimer and Sigard in the Williams. Only 1 point so far. No, only 11 points, sorry, for the Williams team.
Well, I tell you what, the elephant in the room is DJ Clarkson. Yes, he has done a straight swap with Badger from GP4. They've done a swap, so DJ Clarkson is now a permanent driver in the Alfa Romeo team, and Badger is down in Haas. Well done to Gary, he won last night's race. Sorry if you didn't watch last night's race, you should have done, it was a cracker. Alex, GP3 is phenomenal.
I just want to say, yeah, it's good to see it up now. We're kind of in the meat of the sandwich. Sorry to reuse an analogy, but I'm not smart today.
You're very meaty today, aren't you? You're very into meat today.
I had some chicken a minute ago. I had an all-eat buffet at Buffet City earlier. I am feeling very meaty today. I don't know if you know what Buffet City is, isn't it? Or it's just a local thing towards me. But
I've never heard of that, to be honest.
It's a Chinese buffet place, so I had chicken balls, sausages, curries, chow mein. I just got really bloated, to be fair, and it was all for only the great price of $8.99 with a refillable drink. So what a steal!
I actually paid more for my lunch today, which was I went down to Costa for lunch today, and I had a bit of food at Costa.
Other coffee houses are available.
Yeah, other coffee drinks are available. It was a nice one. It was
like
Colombian coffee,
Starbucks. Or
Nero, or Greg's, or McDonald's. Oh, hello to everyone who's joining us in the chat. Other restaurants are all available.
I just want to say that Clarkson coming to the Alfa Romeo team, what a team to come into. So far, top of the constructors, he must be feeling good about going into that team for sure.
Well, certainly. He was looking for a GP3 drive. He got a GP3 drive because Badger was looking to move away from GP3 and head down to GP4, and what a season that will give for Badger. So we'll see. If you want to follow Gary's story, he's down in GP4 now. That race is on Monday, and I'll be commentating. Well, no, I won't be commentating that. Hopefully next week I'll have a reserve drive, so I'll be able to go and battle with him. But I was commentating this week because it was a Cadwell's birthday yesterday, actually. So happy birthday to Cadwell.
Happy birthday.
And
I'll also just let you know that we just got news from race director Lee now, as you like to say, that Trainman and Sven have to start from the back of the grid today in today's race.
Now that also reminds me, because look at that. Look at the Ferrari team. Ladies and gentlemen, the brothers Swede are now in one team together. So both brothers were starting at the back of the grid for some unknown reason that I haven't heard of. So I will see that in a bit. We will find out hopefully soon as we're getting ready to go green here at GP3. But now I have to go.
Gilles Villeneuve.
Yeah, but now I have to go a little bit sad because today was Antoine Hubert's funeral, if you don't know. So a little bit of reflection about him. Not going to have a minute silence because we did it all last week, but a little bit of reflection. And I want to just question Pierre Gasly's choice at running the the pink helmet with the Red Bull sponsorship that he did in where were we? Monza. There we go. I want to say Monaco, but it was Monza. Alex, did you like that helmet, or did you think it was a bit on the nose? Obviously, they've been friends for 14 years.
I didn't see it, I'll be honest. But
It's beautiful,
I think,
actually. It's really well done.
Considering, I don't think anything beyond the nose in these sort of situations, you know, because the guy, you know, he's not just a loss to F1, he's a loss to Gasly's personal life, and, you know, I think it's perfectly fine. I think it's a good showing of respect. You know, he's not, you can't, like, it's going to take time to get over a good friend like that. We can't just expect him to be done with it within a week. I think, you know, just let him grieve, let him race with Hubert, you know, with Hubert, you know, with him in the race, and I think that's a nice gesture. Yeah, I think, you know, nothing wrong with that. But
I just sent you the picture.
I mean, have a look. Alex's helmet review, new segment every week. We can make a jingle for that.
I've got to ready get a soundboard just so I can play with it midway through the stream.
That is a pretty helmet.
It is very pretty. The way they introduced the pink with the red, with the Toro Rosso like glossy blue was actually really well done. I was slightly worried when I saw that they were doing it, but no, it looks fantastic. But yeah. So coming into this race, this is a race that many people are going to find difficult with penalties. This track is very penalty heavy. I'm not sure why we got a bit of a delay right now. Normally we're on track by now, but yeah, this track's normally
we just got the go ahead. Sorry to cut you off. We just got the go ahead. We're going trackside now.
Sterling, my phone doesn't like me. So 19 drivers will take to the track tonight here in GP3. Did I get the title right?
I couldn't tell you. I
did. It's because yesterday I got it wrong.
How did you get it wrong? You've been doing this job for years.
I don't know. Actually, I just did it. I honestly, right? I punched in the numbers and I hit play on the stream, and then about 2 seconds into the intro, I verbally said, "Wait, did I put GP3 or GP4 in the title?" The advantage is we had to red flag the qualifying session, so we were able to restart it, and I was able to get the thing right.
Before we get started as well, I don't know the name of this guy, but in GP3, in F3, on the weekend in Monza, there was a big incident at the sausage curbs. That was scary. That was scary.
Okay, time to get angry, JB here, because a week after an incident where a driver is killed, the FIA put a massive curb there, and I cannot understate how high those curbs are. They really are massive. And like I'm a big guy. I'm 6'4". My feet are size 13. My boots that I wear when I'm marshalling are size 13. My boot is covered by that curb. Okay?
Right, well, there we go. There's JB's Tinder profile.
Why in the hell would they... 13. Yeah, well, it's a complete lie. But why in the hell would they put a launch curb at one of the fastest points of the track at Monza, which is one of the last great speed tracks of Formula One? They are idiots, and thank God that they removed that straight afterwards, because that could have actually killed someone. And yes, I am still very annoyed about that.
Just to let you know that apparently race director Lee now was having a bit of a joke with the brothers Swede. It's not true. I thought it. Lee's giving us wrong information there as commentators.
I will be having words with Lee now. I've got about a lag off topic.
We get our information from Lee, and he's just fed us false information.
I've got a lot of lag off topics. Now that might be down to.
I'm getting none.
Okay, so it's just me then. I think it's smoothed out now. What happened was there was a server maintenance thing early this morning for us. For the Grand Prix game, for the F1 game, so maybe Codemasters have just left to reduce a little bit of lag in the server, so they try and sort some things out, because it is the F1 esports event
welcome to Grand Prix 2019, guys.
I mean, I'd call it that.
Greatest.
I would have called it, if I could have changed the name for Formula 1, it wouldn't be Formula 1, I'd call it Grand Prix, back to Grand Prix Racing, rather than just Formula 1.
Topics is going to set the standard. Here, he's going to be the standard time bearer here. Can he make sure that he doesn't go over the curbs there? He's got almost into the Wall of Champions on his outlap. Yellow flags already. Is that actually someone in the Wall of Champions?
No.
I don't know. But honestly, we don't know what the weather's going to be like at the race. High chance of rain here at Canada. It always does when I do a league race because the game hates me.
Well, we had a wet qualifying session of a restart last night in GP4.
Topic's hitting a bit of wrong. He's
out.
backed off. Hopefully, he can get out of the
Festa
way
too.
of Festa.
Festa's out the way as well. Where's Lee? Lee is going for a lap in the Toro Rosso, running a new helmet. Oh, that looks too dangerous. And he has pulled off. Good grief, guys. Come on. Can someone say lap time, please? It's Billy. Sector 1 and 2 is the yellow flags as they pass throughout. It looks like the Toro Rosso actually of Ash is going to be the... Oh, no, sorry, that's a Red Bull. It's DCG who's reserving after a torrential big lock-up in the wall is the Toro Rosso. Can someone set a lap time, please? The DCG had a torrential a glitch-filled session last night in GP4, so he's been given a reserve drive here for Hegluf in, I believe it's Hegluf in the, no, not Hegluf, who is these teammates? I should know this.
Yeah.
No, Hegluf's in the Red Bull, and he's being covered by Ash.
I don't know.
We'll
anyway, Billy will be the person to set the first lap time. But,
eventually.
May, you've done your Tinder profile, I'll do mine. 5'8", size half an inch. There you go. That's my profile. One low Billy.
That's true.
111. We've started, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to JP commentary. Here we go.
Here's DJ Clarkson, the new boy, into GP3, bumping and bashing along the wall. Ash is the fastest man in the Red Bull, but what can Clarkson do? He's P3 alongside his teammate.
That's not the worst, you know, considering coming to a new team. Possibly Clarkson, on paper, the slowest driver, just because he was initially in GP4. But he's only a tenth off his teammate there. And was like, Ugo Train Man, they're doing a very good job. Exactly 3 tenths off on Sven. No, 3 tenths down on Sven. So the brothers Swede. I'm getting a lot of lag off Ash.
I have only had lag off Topic so far, really. Even Stan's been good as he's reserving in the Renault as we're looking at one of the other Swedes of the track. It is Festa. Pole time we're looking for is a high 1:08.
Obviously, Festa's name is Felix, isn't it? I'm not going to get this wrong. We were with him in GP in the Premier Division on not last night. It was last week.
Last night. He was on comms with me.
I had him in the Prem Division with you guys.
His lap time. Psychomich.
Come on, Felix.
The Psychomich who reserved last night in GP3, GP4 had a good run in the 4th division of SFI as he runs through the chicane. Now what can he do? Carry a good run here. He drove Red Bull last night, now back in his native house. What can he do as he runs towards the line now? It's a 1:12.4, which was a P10.
Yeah, not bad. A lot of big hitters making mistakes, you know, and a lot of drivers making mistakes here. This is a very technical track. It's the Circuit du Villeneuve, and interestingly, so far, the only people set times on softs, so the brothers Swede and Ash.
I've just remembered that I've got to make one of my new admins, a couple of new people moderators. So, welcome to the mod team, Energy Dan and Racing Podge, the GP4 admins.
Racing Podge can go away.
Watching Dr. Special Energy now as he comes towards the line. Now he goes P13 in lap time.
The only reason for that is, and this is the only thing I'll say about Speedway. So JB, he obviously, you know, Podge is the Swede. He is a Swede, and he is Swede, and he's a fan of a Speedway rider called Frederick Lindgren. I'm a fan of
Clarkson.
UK. Duke Clarkson retired in his first qualifying session with Alfa Romeo, but as a British person, I like Britain's Ty Woofenden, and Lindgren and Woofenden always collide with each other. His name's Ty Woofenden.
Woofenden, that's one hell of a name. Oh, that's why he's crashed at the exit of the chicane.
I thought you said that's why his name's Woofenden. I think we just look at his photo. Anyway,
DJ Clarkson in the barrier. But that is one hell of a name. Get that man in Formula 1.
But no, you should watch Speedway next Saturday, 4:15. I'm going to be there in the stadium, probably going to be on TV, because I always am. So if you want to see my beautiful mug on TV, go watch a certain sports channel, because other sports channels are available, so we won't mention it. at 4:15 next Saturday, the 21st. I'll be in Wales at the Principality Stadium for some great bike racing.
Trying to think Saturday. What am I doing on Saturday? I might be
Next
watching.
Saturday.
Yeah, I might be watching the IndyCar.
No, you're not. Surely you gotta be watching me if I'm there.
Did you watch the Silverstone Classic?
You told me to watch it, so I looked at clips on YouTube. Yeah. I didn't know it was a thing.
Silverstone Classic is brilliant. Honestly, I really recommend, if anyone's never been to Silverstone, come and watch the Silverstone Classic. It's genuinely fun.
All I'm saying is, and you know, Peter will agree. We've been trying to get you to watch at least one Speedway meeting. This is your prime opportunity to watch the biggest Speedway meeting of the season. And you're going to watch the IndyCar.
DRS open on Mercedes. It comes to the line.
The British Grand Prix has like 6 times the budget of any other Grand Prix because it's the home of like Speedway.
That's just mean.
And it's in the biggest arena. It's in the Principality, which is like the biggest arena it's in.
All right, I'll have a nose. I'll have a nose.
Topex is in. Where's he going to put his lap time now?
Again, people are really struggling with this track. I mentioned that penalties are a big thing. If you look at GTG again here from GP4, GP4 was an incident-packed race last night, which ended in some very angry drivers.
Tell me if Pete says anything.
Looking at DCG now as Alex groans, trying to think how I'm going to make a joke out of that.
I've been up since 6:30. Okay.
I've been up since 6 o'clock. And 6:30 wasn't that long ago. I had to get ready for college.
Well, how far away do you live from your college?
40 minutes by taxi. You have to go pick someone else up. DCG now running towards the line. What can he do as he crosses the line now? He goes P7 right alongside his teammate for tonight. Here's Gaming Things, a reserve driver with the red, white and blue helmet in the Red Bull. What can he do on his second return to SFR Season 5? No
offense to Gamey, but I don't know how I'm feeling that helmet. I don't really...
Yeah, I'm not feeling it. It reminds me of Lee's old one that he ran in Toro Rosso. I've got a damn good Toro Rosso, right?
Doesn't matter about his helmet. It doesn't matter about his helmet. If he can put in a good lap time and he goes... Fifth.
Gaming Things last year started on the second row of the grid in GP2 and ended up colliding as Festa finally gets a lap in into P9, ended up colliding with his teammate and a Ferrari and spinning out into turn 1, which then was resulted in a penalty for the Gamer Boy.
Hopefully that Lubeck's turn on his Dora the Explorer here, because he's second in the championship and he'll want to possibly get another win today. At least a podium. As I said, we're getting into the meat of the calendar now. Mistakes are costly at this stage of the season.
They truly are, as we watch Psychobitch go P11. And lots of people... Yeah, we got a few people now dissing Lee because of the pit lane. Well, a few people being Mike Bundy. Here's Lee on screen now. Running to black.
Michael!
Mr. Bundy, you! Sven needs a promotion, says Ash. Well, I'll let you know. If Sven gets a promotion, then I'll get a demotion, and I can't have that. But no, Sven is fine how he is.
Oh no, we can't. We can't. That means me and JB won't be together. Views will drop.
No, because we'll have to change everything around. And anyway, the rule is if they're a championship contender, they cannot be moved out of the division unless they win 5 straight races in a row. That is the rule that we set in season 1.
Interesting rule. What if they win it just every time, or they
If they win by a considerable margin.
Okay.
That's the rule. It's been here since season 1. That was the ruling that caused Ramavaj to be removed from the league for a period of time, then returned later on in the season to partner me in the reformed Red Bull team after Force India and me had some blows.
Good old Otmar Safnauer.
Oh, don't get me started. I'm just as angry at him as anything. I still don't like the guy. I hate the guy.
It's because he's got 2 absolute C words for his team.
Whoa!
Oh, there goes one.
Okay.
I didn't say it. I just said C words.
Yeah, but still. No.
You don't. I can't.
No, Laser Lord. Laser Lord. The rule is 5 wins in a row. That is the rule. It's in black and white. It's in the admins. We know the rule.
Carrots.
So that's it. It's not 3 wins and then 2 seconds paces. It's 5 wins in a row. That is it. And once again, I get very angry when drivers say that other drivers need promotions just because they're quicker than them. That's not fair at all. Muzzle yourself.
Can I get a promotion? I feel like I'm better than you.
No, you don't get a promotion. You need to learn to stream first.
Can I get some money?
Lino coming down towards the line. Look at that. Oh.
Yeah.
It's okay,
I think he improved. I don't think he actually.
Whoa! Look at Stam! Straight up to P2.
Diego's 12th fastest. Diego's the 12th fastest there. No, but I was calling them carrots, JB. You didn't finish the joke.
Is that an insult because my beer's ginger again?
No, I was calling the racing points a carrot. I was
the real life racing points. Can we just clear up that we're not talking about Dot Special Energy and topics quickly?
Oh, I'm
we're talking about Stroll and Perez.
There's a half round. It's Fester. Fester's round.
Oh, is it? He's round on his outlap. Where's the podcast? The podcast will be re-recorded again this week. We had to have a break because we had a little bit of things on. I had to go off and see a friend at the weekend.
Hi,
she needed to see me.
Oh, it's raining.
Oh, it's
raining.
It is. It's raining, man. So does that mean that Sven has pole position?
I don't want to say this is not JB's dream. It is not raining, man. I assure you, it's raining water here, and that kind of confirms.
Look at Lee! Look at Lee!
Lee! At the last minute! There's no way now anyone can improve. Lee's going to be on the second row of the grid for sure.
Second one to the fastest Lee. That was a brilliant move.
Who asked about the podcast?
Dan, Electro Dan.
Oh, thanks, Dan. I really appreciate it. You guys actually.
Gone bang bang, says Lee. Says Mike Bundy. He has gone bang bang.
Where's
no!
DCG! He went bang bang
as well. That quote is going to continue on for the rest of SFR history.
No, I just want to say thank you to Dan, because it really doesn't matter when you guys say that stuff. Positive things about the podcast are always great, so...
I always want to have the podcast. I love listening to podcasts, even if I'm on them. They're just fun to do.
Right. People like Alson AJ, is it worth them going for a lap, or is it worth just
Well, with 3 minutes left to go qualifying, he's going to have to do something. Depends on how much the rain is affecting him. He's had to be very late on the power there as he runs towards the line. It will not be a pole time. It's going to be a 1:12.4. Oh, he's in the barrier. Now, was that
I don't think that was on purpose. No, I don't think so.
It looked to be the rear end left there.
It's the nature of the circuit, I think. You have to brake really, really quickly, and I think that's just how it works.
Lee's got the right idea. I think this is it. For it. DRS has been disabled.
DRS is just...
And that.
However, one thing I like about this game is it's not all about when DRS is disabled. When the cut-off point is, it can be a bit after, a bit before. It's not exact. So
I'm liking this grid, you know. I'm really liking this grid.
Okay, JB has
she got in the barrier.
Williams will start from the back.
The Williams will be starting from the back.
Representative here today. At least he didn't pull a Sebastian Vettel. Thank God.
Careful, you might get disqualified if you're out there too long. Gotta be careful.
All I'm saying is, look at the water
coming.
There
it is.
But look at the water coming off the tyres. There's nothing he would have been able to do anyway.
So,
Alson's still spinning, trying to get the car back.
As she is sailing off circuit into the grass where Felipe Massa and Carlos Sainz made contact in 2017. And he's got no front wing, has the Frenchman.
But I saw it get a bit grey on the start from the straight at the beginning of the session. I didn't expect it to rain this much.
Cut in the corner there. Naughty, naughty. You've got 40.
Who was that? Who was that?
Ash. But he has got no front wing, and it is raining. So, and to be honest, qualifying's over, so you might as well. You know what? I'll let you have that one. You know what?
Yeah,
I'll allow
JB
that, Felix. I'll be lenient with that one.
JB being lenient, yeah.
Oh, calm down.
He's never lenient with me. He always goes, Alex.
I whip him.
I
whip him.
Alex, you don't get that last Jaffa cake. But I'm like, please, JB, you can have some more.
Jaffa cake.
No, Alex, you can't have that last Jaffa cake, and he eats it right in front of me.
I don't like Jaffa cakes. I don't know what you're on about.
He throws. Yeah, you do. Yeah, that's how much you hate me. You eat them anyway. You hate me so much.
I've had such a good day today. I'm really happy.
Lee, got some word from Lee, says a new helmet must be lucky. I think that
It's
you
funny,
can
I've
say
got a
that,
new
Lee,
helmet as
but
well.
I think it was more timing. It was Ash is trying to get his car back to the.
I think
To the
respect to
pits.
him, he's sat in neutral right now. I mean, he's still got a minute to go qualifying. Legally, he's allowed to do this. There's no rule against him not doing this.
Absolutely
Now,
not.
whether he crashes or not, he's coming into pit lane now. Oh no, he's going to complete his lap. Is he gonna treat us to a start? Is he? Now, I don't think going round again is the best option, to be completely honest. No, come on. That's a bit silly. That really is a bit silly now.
Yeah, I suppose maybe he's just trying to get any he can,
Well,
but
the thing is, qualifying would have been over if he just pitted.
Yeah, true.
He has retired now,
sometimes... yeah,
but nonetheless. So, the brothers Sweet in their first race together as teammates.
1 and 5th.
They're not together though. What has happened to Ferrari? Is Trainman not Sebastian Vettel?
I don't think so, but then again though, Sven's a newbie and he's gone on pole, so I think Trainman's been put on notice by his brother, but Sven will take pole position by 5 tenths to Stam. Lee, with the luck of time, getting in third position with a great lap. Ash will join him on the second row of the grid in the Red Bull. Trainman, Luke Beck, Topics, Gamey, Other Dot Special Energy complete the top 10, and they will start on the tyre they qualified on. Luckily for Other and Special Energy, that's on the mediums. And that coming clutch for them. Fefster, DCG, G8, Psychowich, Blood and Sands, Wildlow, Billy, DJ Clarkson, Alsone, Seagard are all going to start on new tyres of their choosing. That's if it's not wet, because it's Canada.
I've been told it's a dry race. I have been told it's a dry race.
So for Stilly and Special Energy, if they can get a clean start, they could be on the prime strategy.
They could be. It has been proven to be a 2-stop strategy race here in GP4. So, you'll see in about 5 minutes, says Lee. Responding to Mike Bundy, you said that Lee is sandbagging. And look at that, nice and sunny. We can open the windows again in the comms box. Except for that one guy at the top in grey who's still got his hood up. Always have to be one. Look at that guy in the window though. Next to the guy, do you see just above Treyman's name? There's a guy in the window looking at the other side of the racetrack. Like, what are you doing, man? The race is this side.
Yeah, if it's Codemasters, but you think they design a bit
I think the characters aren't bad. I love the cinematic shot of that they've added into this game. You know, the cinematics where they come into the actual circuit where they're sort of like flying in on a helicopter. There's actual movement underneath the circuit, underneath the graphics now.
There's like movement underneath the circuit. It's a floating circuit.
Well, this circuit actually is though. This is an island.
Anyway, let's check the tyre strategies, Jack. Let's start waffling as we love to do. That's what podcasts are for. Anyway, Fester and DCG will start on the medium tyres. Below that, GA, Cyclewich, Run Sands, they're all going on soft tyres. While Billy's going on the mediums. DJ Clarkson's on softs. Alston's on the hard, so he's got to give himself options, see what he can do later on the race. And Seagard will start the mediums. Sorry for taking the job there, mate. I'm just really pumped for this race. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I'm also incredibly cold, so this should be entertaining. my feet are genuinely cold.
Who's you going to pick to win? Who are you picking to win?
I think that we'll get a surprise. I'm not going to pick one driver, because I don't like to pick one driver, but I think we'll get a surprise from someone. But firstly, I want to just draw your attention to the top 3, all different engines. Renault, Ferrari, and
Honda.
I love a Honda. If you don't know, Honda's actually my favourite car maker in real life. I love Honda.
Here's my decision. It's either going to be Lee, but with the caveat that Luke Beck isn't watching Dora the Explorer. If he is watching Dora the Explorer, everyone may as well pack up and go home. Because watching Dora the Explorer gives you 20 more kph.
That has to be the one joke of the season. What race did he win that he got that? Was it
Bahrain?
Bahrain, yeah.
It's what, 5 rounds ago now, and it's still running in this Comsox?
Yeah, well, we're so unoriginal, aren't we? So, the number 2 Ferrari car...
Stam's disconnected.
No, he hasn't. The cars got too close together, so they have ghosted. This is the formation lap ghost. So he is still connected.
Spooky ghosts.
The spoopy ghosts of all the ghosts past. The number 2 Ferrari starting on pole position. The number 9 car is actually the number, but the number 2 car, it is Charles Leclerc's Ferrari. Now, what will happen into turn 1 here? Lee's helmet is lovely, not as good as my new one, which will be shown off tomorrow.
Not as good as my helmet in real life. Anyway,
wow.
I've not watched Festa before you asked me.
Festa being watched by the eyes of our favourite Tyrannosaurus Rex. And now we're going to see what happens as we head towards 5. Red lights here in Monaco. There are the lights. We're heading up towards 5. There's 3, 4, 5 red lights. The lights are out now, and the drivers are away. It's a good start from Stam in P2, but it's a better start for the Ferrari in P1. Lots of movement down the field, but Lee, challenging for P2 already, decides to bail out of it. And now, look at the Red Bull and Ash sliding up in the inside. Lee jumping back to 4th. Now he's going to battle against Luke Beck as they come into the second chicane. More drama as Outside 8 drops to the back of the field as Lee, whoa, firing through at full power. Vistilli dropping behind Dr. Special Energy, who's going to rocket at the start. And the racing point! We're almost running into the back of Luke Beck, but it's Topics. He's going to try and make a move. What's happening at the back of the grid? Alex!
Well, I was sorting Vevster, and Vistilli actually got a horrible start. He went down 2 positions off the line.
Oh, Trainman's not
round. He got a bit uncomfortable. There. Good job from him. But as I was saying, Vistilli with the terrible start,
that was nasty.
Those cold mediums for Vistilli just weren't working off the line here. And now he's going to get challenged by Fefster as we go down the long straight here. No DRS yet. You have to wait till lap 3 till DRS is activated. But here we go. Fefster versus Vistilli in the slipstream. We've got so many battles ahead, but this is the closest one.
Dog Special Energy and Trainman going side by side as they come through the chicane. It's fine. No damage done there as Sven leads away. The Alfa Romeos going side by side as Clarkson drops behind Billy. They're still drag racing into turn 1. Who's going to have the run? Is it number 2 or the number 9? Yeah, sorry, number 30. I don't know where I got number 9 from. But 2 different tyre compounds as we look at the battle for P15 on the second lap, as they run into the chicane now. The Alfa Romeos are going to swap back to position. No, they're not. They can still battle through the chicane. And Billy bumps his teammate. And Psychovic is capitalising.
Side by side, Topics with a great move there on the other side of the Red Bull. Red Bull sort of stick it. Can't do anything about it though.
Lee currently still in P3 as he has now going to have a racing point whose lag jumps away, like turned into a sheep for a moment. Lag. Look at Psychovic. He's putting pressure on DJ Cox, and there's Billy, who's flying to try and pass his teammate. The Alfa Romeos going side by side. They've almost bumped. There is damage at the hairpin, and drivers bailing in at full power. And lots of they are not playing ball tonight. They are seeing how aggressive GP4 was, and they are going for it. As you see Clarkson now side by side with GA. What are you looking at, Alex?
Luke Beck and DCG and Ash side by side there. Sorry, different fights. As Topics is on the back of Lee now. Topics has got a rocket at the back of him.
What is Sigurd doing? He's cutting the chicane, and he almost ran into the back as Sven is the fastest man on track. Almost ran into the back of one of the Alfa Romeos. The Alfa Romeo is still going side by side. At one point, Wilfred, contact! Psychovic rear-ending the Williams, and he's off into the grass.
Just to give a point here, Lee now gonna get. He's under pressure from Topics. It's the battle for the podium. Lee now seems to struggle with a bit of pace off the line. Already 2.5 seconds back from the top 2. It was sticking close together. Here comes Topics.
He's got to give him room. Lee has had to take the escape road. It's fine now. I believe as Sigurd drops further back. Let's have a look at him. He is dropping further down positions. Billy now with another time penalty.
Here comes Topics on the inside. Oh, he's done the move.
Lee won't be happy.
Just come to the inside. Lee's come up the inside. What's a move from the racing point there? Right at the inside there. It's DRS here for the Red Bull and Topics. Lee without DRS is a bit of a sitting duck in that Honda engine power. Lee! Ash to the inside of Lee.
Lee's lost 2 positions. That's very nasty from Ash. He bumped him right off the circuit there. Luke Beck though in the middle of a Honda sandwich. Oh, he's a big contact! Big contact and Ash hits the McLaren!
I genuinely...
I can say exactly what happened there. Lee went to defend against Luke Beck, but didn't know that Ash was on the other side. And that was a big incident there. And the McLaren clouted by the Red Bull. And Ash is not going to be happy. The Frenchman is...
Obviously, it was a racing incident, but Lee there,
I
without
think
being
Lee is really at fault.
to
Big
blame.
oversteer moment for Fester. Sorry. Luke Beck, though, has Luke Beck got any damage? That was such a big hit. It was the camera gave up. Luke Beck has massive damage on that front wing. And Ash has, I believe that might be Ash taking himself out. But I can't, well, I don't know, to be completely honest.
Like, obviously, Lee is, you know, like, they get SFR, but as a spectator there, I think he just... well, there was no malice in it. We're not saying that he did it on purpose. That was just his fault. Unfortunately, it happens sometimes, and will Luke Beck come into the pits, and is his damage too severe?
Fester!
No, he continues.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to be inclining to reserve judgment there from it until I see all the footage, yeah. I saw it from the outside point of view, but I don't know...
I saw it on board with Luke. He's come through, and... yeah,
it happened so fast and the cameras changed so quickly I can't process it all.
Unfortunately, due to the size of the cars, 3 cars don't fit through there.
Luke was had the run though. I feel that Lee expected Ash to have disappeared, that's the thing. So, I think that'll go to the stewards. I just cannot imagine how Ash is feeling right now, and with his car out of the race now completely.
Devastated, absolutely devastated. Luke continuing on,
interestingly. Sigurd is out. He has a big accident in the Williams. Is that cause enough for a safety car? Should be, but the game doesn't like me.
All I'm saying is that would really help, like, Luke Beck, Lee, as Lee got damage. Lee doesn't have damage. It would help Luke, who I think needs to box.
Yeah.
Just hope.
I know what everyone's feelings are on that. Again, no one wants to shout out because remember Lee is an admin of SFR. We don't like people coming into the stream chat as we see gaming things lining up a move on Trainman. We don't like people coming into the stream chat and airing their feelings too much. Yeah.
As long as you guys are calm about it, we have no problems. You give your opinions. Just
last night it went really out of hand to the point that Gp4 drivers have actually been told off by their admin about it. So. We don't allow drivers to come in here at all to moan about their incidents. So if there's an incident like that one, take it to the stewards. Don't take it here, because I will ask one of my moderators to ban you for 300 seconds. Not for any malice. Frankly, I just can't be bothered.
Sorry, I thought it was one of the spectators watching. I was giving their opinions.
No. If it was a spectator, it's different. But if it was a driver coming in, then you know.
Right. Stav has done a very good job to keep this topic. Just also good about Lee is doing a good job, but he's getting chased down by Uga. Watch out here, Lee could drop position.
Yeah, well, I'm looking back at gaming things getting out of the way of Vesely. Vesely up the inside. Should be a very simple move because within 5 laps, these soft compound tyres start to get a little bit weaker. And gaming things straight to pit lane.
Is that just change for tyres?
Ash, I can't answer that question, mate. You'll have to go look at your footage. I genuinely can't answer that question. It's not me just being like...
for Ash?
No, it's gaming things. It's teammate. Yeah. It's alright. No, I can't answer that question because I genuinely... Oh, train man climbs in the wall! I don't know what happened in that. I watched it, but at the same time, I have no idea what happened. So, I can't answer that. Sorry. But look at the train now forming behind Uga Trainman. He's pulling Billy along with Vesely as well. So anything can happen with this. And the medium runners are currently in the best position of the race.
Yeah, the medium runners look quick, and if the other guys are doing a 2-stop or their tyres just fall off, then that's going to help these guys. But these guys need to get rid of the traffic. These are sitting duck here. They could lose a couple of positions by the end of turn 1.
Yeah, we definitely can't. Look at Vesely though, he's on a charge. Trainman getting very defensive with his moves. Trying to follow Lee and get the slipstream off the Toro Rosso. But Toro Rosso straight into pit lane. Same with Trainman, and the battle goes to the pits. Is
this just a straight change? Trainman almost at the back of Lee. This is just a straight change for these guys.
Special energy, passing Gaming Things, the new stopper. Gaming Things' his tyres struggling a bit on the restart, and now you see Dr. Special Energy barreling through. Let's have a look at Billy. Have they swapped positions, or have they not? In the trip there?
Nope. To be fair, if I was Billy, I'd stay behind with Stilly at Rhymes, but I would do that because you don't really want to battle each other. You guys are trying to like close down that gap, and they could do that here.
Yeah, what you can do in this time, you can sit there and you can recharge your ERS behind you, sort of lift and coast behind the car. DCG is looking good.
Really?
Yeah, he's currently in P4. Sorry, P5, as we look at Billy.
Billy looks faster.
However, he does have the benefit of slipstream and DRS. So my question is to you, Alex, just before we have a look at potential battles.
Stam, almost
Pit
got
lane,
the spend, but they're both in. They're both in.
My question to you, did you notice the Alfa Romeo special livery in Italy? And should that be on the car full time?
Italian flag.
Yeah, it should be on the car full time. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it looks pretty.
It gave the identity of not Sauber, didn't it? Because it still just looks like a Sauber to me. As the Topic's lining up behind Alsan now.
You gotta feel for Luke Beck though, championship contender.
Okay.
Just another one of those situations.
You made your point, Ash. Just to see Topics make the move. This is your one warning. You made your point. Time to stop now. Trainman barreling now. Sorry, Sven passing Alsan A, who's struggling on traction for a moment. I wish he added the helmet. What was that, Dan? As you're looking at GA now passing Clarkson.
Wardlow Billy is on the back of Vastilli. This is he's literally pushing Vastilli along. Up the he's not going into the hairpin, everything.
Oh, he's bumped him slightly. I think that's just a miscommunication on internet connection there. But Billy looking to take the lead of the Grand Prix. What can he do? Is he pulls the outside now of Vesely, who has wing damage.
Does he?
Yeah, front left. Ah, right there, left. You see it?
I think, yeah, I see it. I think Vesely has just got to step behind as we see GA come into the pits. Luke Beck's Grand Prix is up in smoke. You can tell he's just struggling with the damage. I just feel for the bloke.
I understand what you mean there, Dan. Yeah, I've actually got to go on GT Sport in a bit and design someone a car. Whoa, that's the wrong button. Sorry, we lost
the Topics and Sven are going at it.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that. Here's the Ferrari of Sven. That guy's Sven. Not this guy Sven. That guy's Sven.
Wow! There's two cars out as Topics lag.
That lag is getting a bit silly. Why? I don't know what is causing so much lag. Stam jumped Sven. Yeah, that is a very good option. Stam has jumped Sven in the pit stop, so the Ferrari getting slowed down from the Alfa Romeo.
I hate the way you say it, that's getting annoying.
Alfa Romeo. Tadalosso. Ferrari.
You sound like Mario there, don't be honest.
Luke Beck passing DJ Clarkson as the Renault starts to struggle after having his wing change. Baxter's in the barrier! Backwards! The number 19 car's got to pick a line, pick a gap, and he stays. Look at that. Hello, Sebastian. This is how you do it. And look at that. Whoa, no, back around again. No, come on, Felix, you know which way the track is. He's cooked those tyres, hasn't he?
Yep. So I'm surprised there's no safety car there.
Topics has been passed now by Sven. And gaming things with a 3-second time penalty. As we head further into this race, lap 11 out of 35 here. And Widelow Billy is our leader, but he hasn't stopped. And Lee now with a time penalty in P7.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Sven. Even though he got jumped, he's now almost 4 seconds back to Stam.
Traffic. DCG being passed. Oh, DCG majorly making a mistake. Oh, you like my liveries, do you, Dan? Oh, thanks. I like the BMW one. I'll send you, Alex, one day I'll send you my BMW one because it's really pretty. It looks like an official BMW one.
Anyway, there's a battle as JB rubs his ego. Someone's got to. But no.
And
baby.
for that, I'm not giving you Jaffa cakes anymore.
Oh, we didn't go to anywhere. I only got gruel last week.
Festa has been lapped now. What is almost going to get lapped? The blue flags are waving. Oh dear, Festa! Way off track as he struggles in the Haas. It has to be a problem because he has wing damage once more. Oh dear. Bad for worse for the guy who finished in 3rd place last week in Monaco.
Blue flags everywhere.
Blue flags.
He's just lost.
Yeah, just to remind you, blue flags are to get out of the way, as some drivers seem to feel that they're too important for blue flags. cough, cough, a certain driver in GP2 who I had to tell off.
Who shall remain nameless.
Yeah, because he's not in the league anymore.
It was me.
No, it wasn't you. You understood blue flags perfectly.
Oh no, because I never got blue flags. I was too good for that.
It was podium or DNF for you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sven, now make you move on DCG as I insult Alex. I do apologise. I need to stop insulting people.
Right. No, it's fine, man. Don't worry. I love you too.
Oh, we're getting married in the summer, guys.
That long? Christ, I booked it.
That long, I know. Outside 8, under pressure from Trainman into the chicane, side by side, and Febster's retired. I think that's an optional one, to be honest. Alston had to take to the runoff. Billy now with a time penalty, and the yellow flags are waving as GA attempts to make a move on Gamey. I need to put porn as a nude things to be hidden in the chat, because we're a family-friendly channel if I decide to be happy on that day.
JB, get fudged. Get fudged. How's that for
get French stuff, what you said for a second there. I thought, what?
Get it.
I don't know about Felix. Absolute baguettes. France next week for SFR. DRS is going to be optional for GA in a moment as he comes to the back of gaming things as they head towards the hairpin.
DOS.
DOS. What's that? Died on scene.
That's what you said.
I said DRS. I've got O's in my head today. All I've been saying are things with O in it, and we might hear an O now in a bit. DTG getting out of the way of Lee now, approaching the British driver 2P6.
Gave him the toe. Good weapon. Just he goes wide there with a lock up there.
GA didn't get a good enough run out of the chicane.
It's weird that we're close to 3 months into this game's lifespan already.
It's weird to say that, yeah, and yet we're round 6, round 7 of the season. I mean, how cool is that?
But even then, that's a third.
Stam bumping Vesely! Stam making a mistake, almost clipping the Mercedes' rain light, and it caused the Mercedes to wiggle and worm as Stam tries to find his way through.
Just caught up a second there.
Stam to the inside.
Stam's hard work is done.
Vesely is going to have to think about a move back at him, or a move to pit lane. We're getting towards the point where we'll be seeing the medium runners pit. Front frame went bang bang many times this Felix. I want that to be on a t-shirt. I actually talked to a t-shirt designer about getting that on a t-shirt and said to get over to Felix.
Billy's in. Will Vasily follow? Yes.
Alsan in trouble as now Dr. Special Energy is going to get a run on the Mercedes. Blood and Sands with a time penalty. The Mercedes goes right away to the outside as DRS is going to open on Dr. Special Energy's car. DRS is going to really help the racing point as he pops to the outside and slips on through. Oh, Alsan Giga 2 going to run though on the exit, and the 14 Mercedes with potential wing damage, and yeah, potential wing damage has been caused to the to Alsan's car.
As we see Vasily out now. Billy's done much better. I don't know what happened to this. He fixed his damage for sure. There's no way that was that bad of a stop.
Yeah, he had damage on the nose. Here's Gamey. Looking to make a move on outside A. The gap was closing. We had that last night between JD Savo and an Energy Dan, Electro Dan stunt double. And yeah, that ended in tears. That was a joke they come up with themselves, so I'm okay with that.
To be fair though, this is close between Sven and Stan.
I think it's close all round. One safety car can really flip this race on its head. Getting things looking to the outside of the Dutchman, and the Scotsman to the inside of the Britishman, and he's hit him, and he's spun him round! And the Scotsman parks the car, and he'll have to let Gamey back through, and he will do, I believe, once Gamey gets up to speed.
Good race awareness from Luke back there to get around them. He saw what was happening and was able to do it. I was fearing the worst for 3-4 cars there, and and it happened. Luke is on a tear right now, though.
That's bizarre. What's bizarre? Sadi. Sadie? Sad? Sad. Side? Side. There we go. Side. Said. There we go. That's the word. Fester leaving the session. Well, I think he'll be leaving the track. rather upset. But you know, it
We're
happened.
doing Alonso.
Alonso has left the building.
Why did Alonso need to track up monsters? I don't know yet.
Very simply, Alonso doesn't care. And he's dignitary now, and that's the fact. Saeed, yeah.
Well, why was he
Outside
there
under
if he
pressure
left?
now from Luke Beck. He was a McLaren ambassador. McLaren invited him this time. He shouldn't be. I'm bored of Alonso. Trainman
like
and Billy
Alonso?
fighting side by side as the Ferrari slips up through. And Trainman, the number 14 Ferrari. No, it's not Fernando Alonso. It is, in fact, we've got Trainman. And now he's going to have to defend from Billy as they go into the
Billy's
chicane.
the favourite for this one.
Billy's got some immense speed in that Alfa Romeo tonight. But
And,
Trainman's got
Alfa
this.
Romeo. Yeah, but lucky for Billy. Billy's got the DRS still. Trainman without it, and that's just enough for Billy to stay in front.
I do agree that the contact between GA and Gaming Things was avoidable, and I think GA's got to think about letting Gaming through soon. I get that he stopped and he lost time, but at the same time, Gaming lost more. The Red Bulls, the Alfa Romeos? No, it's the Mercedes car. Eventually I'll get there.
I'm confused why DCG hasn't stopped yet.
I think he stopped before, hasn't he? Did he stop on lap 1?
No, he's on 16 lap old medium tyres. So.
Well, he might be pushing it to try and one-stop it from mediums to hards. Outside A, under pressure, and Vesely is about to chuck it up the inside of his teammate, side by side, number 14 versus some number on Vesely's car. See if we can find
Billy
it.
around the outside of the hairpin. Sorry to cut you off, mate. Billy going around the outside the hairpin. But he's got Trainman on the inside there, but due to the line that Billy took, he has a better line here. Here we go then.
Billy with
DCG
the
like sitting ducks.
DCG is gonna, if he's pitting, he's in trouble. He's gonna let people through. And now Trainman's gonna have the same attack as Billy did. And they bump and they bash into the chicane. DCG to pit late and with a 5-second penalty now added to his time. Who's got the faster car now?
Trainman, he's gonna.
Whoa.
He can't really overtake it into 10-1 though.
Do you see the wiggle from the Alfa Romeo?
Yeah, I saw a wiggle there. Little wiggle.
I want another wiggle because look at the number 9 car of
Look
Sven.
at number 1 and 2. Look at number 1. Yeah, that's what I say. Here we go. Ferrari versus Renault. Can Renault get a win in a French-speaking country? That'd be nice for them before they go to their actual home in France.
Yeah, well, they're Anglo-French. The official statement
It's
from
Montreal.
France.
Oh, he's got wide stand. Oh, kind of invited the Ferrari to go up the inside there. And now DRS will be activated now, and that will allow the Ferrari to catch and clutch that Renault-powered car as they go into the chicane for the Wall of Champions. Are they going to go side by side? Sven doesn't opt for it there, and that's smart racing. There's still 17 laps to go for these two.
Side by side, and now you see Sven to the inside, dummying the Renault as they squeeze into turn 1. Sven will probably cry that was a little bit too tight from Stan, but that was great racing.
What a race! That was brilliant racing. That had me on the edge of my seat there. I was making all kinds of non-puberty noises.
Oh my god, if we ever get t-shirts made, we're gonna get done for the rudest t-shirts on planet Earth. Mad Magazine, eat your heart out as the Renault now is defending. Yes, to answer your question, this is a French-speaking part of Canada. Montreal is, but it's I think predominantly still English. As they come towards the back straight, it's getting closer and closer. With DRS is going to open in a moment.
Yeah, I think Sven's smart enough. I don't think he wants to go side by side into the chicane. I think he's going to want to get the job done. Topics is doing a great job in third right now.
Yeah, Topics is doing the best job. Lee, with multiple penalties, is going to be in trouble at the end of this Grand Prix. I think he'll be training a trip to the series anyway. GA is on the back of Alsad. Actually, they're not on the back. They're side by side as they run into the run towards the hairpin where Robert Kubica had his major accident in 2007. But an only 8-year-old accident, I was convinced he was dead.
These guys are really good racers right now, man. This is a great
GA
race for the lead.
Has to let Gamey through. Lee Pitts.
I agree. In this game, he can whittle his way through now here, but
no, yeah. GA's racing at this point. He made a statement saying that he shouldn't have to let him through. But I think he should. As outside Pitts, and they come through and Gamey with another time penalty.
Depends if people are boxing. Lee's in. Another set of those medium compound tyres. Lee here. Obviously, everyone's got a box apart from Gamey. Will have to pit again. Luke pit again.
Sven to the outside line as he bumps Stam just a little bit. Too many S's in one sentence, and Sven is now going to get a run on the back straight. Thank you for my stats being awesome. I was but 8 years old and I was convinced he was dead, but he wasn't. He did continue on. Now DRS open on the Ferrari. He is now classified in the lead, on board with the Greek driver as the Greek driver drops behind the Swedish Eternal. And
the Renault's boxing.
That was close.
That was a late call from the Renault.
Hey Roman, that's how you get into the pit lane when you're racing someone. Don't try and cut them off like you did Ocon a few years ago. Yeah.
Well, this could be the strategy call of the race.
Toro Rosso swapping positions once more. Oh, Saeed, Sonic Hawk, how are you doing, mate?
Dr. Special Energies in. Luke Beck isn't in.
Lee is probably going to be one of the fast runners right now. He's very quick here.
Lucky for Stam, he's in free air as well. That's going to happen there. Could have Stam just won this race by boxing one lap early.
Where is Sven? What's Sven doing? Is Stam going to say another time penalty? I don't think Sven even has one right now. So, eyes front as we look at the Ferrari running down towards the line. He and I know on gaming things. He's close towards GA. Again, I believe that McLaren should hand back their position, but he hasn't done it. Sten is barreling towards pit lane, I believe, and he is into pit lane. Now the race goes to the pit crews.
I'm gonna watch Stam. I'm gonna watch Stam.
Well, I'm gonna watch gaming things because he's got his eyes on P7. He's going towards the inside, decides not to. Topic's also into pit lane. Let's see where Sven is. Sven has just left his box. He's running down towards the line now.
We forget that Billy's in this fight. Billy's still ahead of them.
He's actually in a good place. Sven is now off the pit limiter. Where's Stam? Stam's beating him out. So far, he's going to be running to turn 3. Oh, and Sven is just ahead. Look at that.
The overcut.
The overcut has worked, and now Sven has to focus on the fellow Ferrari power car of the Alfa Romeo in P1, and the Renault is not going to give it up though. He started in second, he wants first.
Absolutely, and lucky
oh
to get the
no! Big cloud to the wall, damage.
Wing damage, yeah.
Race done. That's race done for Stam. You needed to keep that wing here at Montreal. And Lee now is on the back of the team that he left in Season 5 after they failed to deliver him. It was actually, Season 6, actually. No, Season...
Dreadful day for Renault.
Season 4.
Dreadful day for the Renaults, mate. Dreadful day.
Yeah. So Lee now trying to pass the team that he previously drove in Gp2 to the inside of it. No. Lee decides not to. Stam's still competitive with that broken front wing.
To be fair, Stam could still go. He could still get third. He's still racing for third.
Lee getting out
box again. He's throwing away a podium.
Gamey getting out of the way because Gamey's on 15 lap 1 tyres is very well behaved. Gamey knows that those tyres are knackered.
Contact between 1 and 2. Billy and Sven.
How much damage is there on the Ferrari? Any bits of carbon fibre flying off that car, Alex?
Couldn't see any, but then again, look how close these guys are. Wait, what's this top 3 fight?
Whoa!
But now, this is amazing for Sven. He just left Alpha, and he's trying to battle his former team for the win. Here he comes, TRS deployed. Here comes the Alfa Romeo, the Alfa Romeo. Side by side they go. This is great. This is keeping stabbing it.
Billy's still in P1. Billy won't have DRS. Stam to the inside of Sven.
Oh, what a move!
Now it's a drag race. Oh, Stam oversteer. Stam dropping behind the Ferrari now, and Sven will have a DRS run. The first point to pass the Alfa Romeo, the fellow Italian team, as he heads towards the inside now. What can he do? He's going to try and make a move now. He has to get away from the Greek driver. He's towards there. Hey, Bobby comes the corner. He should hand that back. I think the Alfa left plenty of room there, because now here comes Stam to the inside, and he's going to battle on. Billy ain't going to give this up, and look at that, he really didn't. I think Sven should hand that back, to be completely honest. I think he cut the corner.
Hard to say there. That was great racing though for those 3.
I think Billy though is in the worst position. I don't think the P2 is going to be on the cards for much longer. Why though Billy got a 3-second time penalty? So I think
as the race goes on, if Billy can stay in this, he's got a good chance of winning it stuff and sit with these guys.
I don't think so. He's got a lot more penalties than Sven.
Stab's wing damage here. If you can get past Billy ASAP.
24 laps completed, 35 on the clock here in Montreal. That damage on the Renault is going to prove costly. So keep our eyes forwards as the Renault drops further behind now. The damage is going to really start to affect the car. Sector 2, we have a yellow. I don't know who it is. It's DCG.
It's DCG.
So DCG getting back, moving now in the Toro Rosso. He wanted a fair
catching.
Stam is catching. What? So Stam's got less drag on the front wing, firstly, so he can close up much quicker on the straights. But and Lee, there's about 12 seconds worth of penalties.
He doesn't seem too bad in the corners, though. He really doesn't.
What can happen though, as we look at the Greek driver trying to get past Billy? That front wing is going to seriously hurt him though. Look at how slow his steering inputs are.
On the straight, he's like a rocket.
He really is. DCG getting past by gaming things. 25 laps completed, 11 to go here. Depends on how fair it is.
Like this should be, considering they said the less drag, that'll help him in the slipstream.
There you go. To the inside comes the Renault, and he is through, and Billy squeezes. Billy has to give away the position for now, and maybe Billy can come back at the car. We won't have DRS this time round though. One DRS detection zone, and that's the issue with Formula 1 at this moment, according to Mike Bundy.
There's 2 here at the track, isn't there?
3.
That's... Oh yeah, 3.
It's alright, I've been practicing it all week with my new helmet on the car. Here's GA passing DCG. So at some point that GA has been passed by Gaming Things. What's that?
You sound so happy about that. You're like, hey, there's GA.
Oh, I'm just happy there's a battle.
Topics is catching Wildlow Billy. I rated not to. Billy might have gone the wrong strategy here.
Billy will have the joy of DRS from Sven. That's from Sven. It's from Stam. So Sven's disappeared, and now I wonder what Stam will say if Billy got back through. He'll say my front wing's damaged. I need to box, or will he say, I tell you what, who needs a box? Look at Doc Special Energy. He's on definitely the wrong tyre strategy.
I think he's going fastest lap, perhaps, but hasn't worked out for the racing point. As Alston and DCG get very close together, and there's no mistake. Oh, someone said they go to turn 1. Oh, contact! Oh, huge contact between Stan and Billy.
SFR have a consortium of stewards. The stewards normally remain anonymous, but the admins are part of that consortium, so we do have a fair penalty system, so we don't need to change it because it works. Might be different in other leagues, but our system works.
Billy's got through.
So Billy is back through here.
I know you were chatting in the chat there. I apologise for interrupting you, but
no, it's fine. I'm just correcting some things that are being misconstrued. I mean, we do have stewards that aren't part of the league. We do. So that's the thing. We have people who watch this from the outside view. We don't need to change anything because the steward's fine. We don't need a race steward for every race.
Look how close Topics is closing.
Look at Stam! Look at Stam! He's back through again! That Greek driver has got something. He's had his Weetabix this morning. He really has. Look at that.
He's had it with bananas and berries.
Look at Billy! He's had something too. He's had his porridge this morning.
Is it Quaker Oats? Other porridges are available? Like Ready Breck.
You don't need examples. I tell you what though, it's getting dark.
Yeah, there's going to be no rain, I think. If there is,
rain, come again. Let's go play with the rain today. I think Billy's on about 9 seconds worth of penalties.
All I'm saying is if it rains...
I've still got a couple of pit lane... Oh, hold on. Gamey and Luke Beck are battling into turn 1 and turn 2. Gamey looking to the outside line on the 13 car. I believe it's the 13 car or the 31 car. I think it's number 13 now. No, it's the 31 car, sorry. of Luke Beck. That number will be taken away for Esteban Ocon.
He got the switchback! He got this beautiful switchback there to Gaming. He's on the ace there. Go look at this move. Side by side they go. Great racing today. Great racing today by every driver.
DRS opening on.
Has to be said, this might be a bit premature, but this has been one of the best races of the season.
Oh, season is just heating up, guys. Remember, we're into the European rounds after this. As you see, Gp3 now side by side through sector 1, side by side through sector 2, and now he's going to try into sector 3. Oh, Luke closes him off aggressively there from the Renault. Oh, there's a bit of a brake check there, I think, from Luke, because he tried to get the power down. But now Gamey will have the run. Gamey's on much younger, one lap younger tyres. DRS is going to open, and here we go. To the inside, no, to the outside. Which way? Gamey can't decide. Luke Beck has to defend back to the outside, and Gamey's through right now, side by side for almost the entire lap here in Montreal, almost in Monaco. And Luke Beck, though, is not giving up at all as the 31 car. As he runs into the back of him, sector 3 shadow fights are waving his button sands.
I just want to say.
Oh, button sands out.
I just say, I think at the minute, Lee now is currently in P3.
Oh, well, Lee has won the penalties himself.
Yeah, I know, but I've calculated he's close. If a
Button
couple
sands.
penalties go Billy and Topics, he's definitely past Topics.
Van Sand's in serious trouble again. He's really struggling. Lee, is close to the back of Lee now on 14 lap worn tyres. They're heading towards the last 6 laps of the race this time round. Look at Sven, unchallenged right now as he is on the last 6 laps.
I think it's going to get, yeah, and you can't say that you can't say it's been easy for him. He has to fight for that.
He has. Luke Beck under pressure now as G8 slips on the inside. Yeah, it was, yeah. Pit lane piece. You wait, because I still can't do Austria and I can't do Hungary. I've missed the pit lane in them so many times, so there will be one of me missing the pit lane at some point.
Here comes G8 back at Luke Beck in the McLaren.
2 engines with the Renault power unit. Going to Renault's home race. In for a car! Big call out for Luke! The episode of Dora the Explorer just ended.
Oh no, Luke.
He's just sat there thinking, can it go any worse? But no, he's still running number 19 on the car. Nobody runs number 13.
Billy is keeping Stam honest.
I tell you who's keeping someone honest, it's Vesely. Vesely has a chance at the podium today.
Stab at the inside, sorry mate, oh no, Billy at the inside of Stab. Here we go, and Topics is looking to get a podium today. At least on track.
Heading to the last 5 laps of the race now, with Sven's going to cross the line, unopposed, with a 10-second gap. Look at the battle now. Billy's got some immense speed on the straight. Whoa! That could have been nasty if Billy hadn't predicted where Stan was going. That really could have been nasty.
Why did Stan box?
I think damage front wing. Maybe he's had enough of it. Huge lag from Topics.
That's interesting. That's really interesting. The Stilly on Lee.
He's through.
This moves with a couple of laps in the making.
Lee's got to get back around him. I wonder if we got any rain to spice up these last couple of laps of the race. But penalties will definitely help sort out the podium here, as Topics is within 0.2 of a second away from Billy. Oh, horrendous lag off Topics, so I'm going to have to sit on the back of Billy. And Billy to the outside as Topics goes through. I think Billy's had to let him through due to the lag. There's some horrendous lag on the Racing Point car tonight. DCG on the back of DJ Clarkson. Stand with another time penalty. Yeah, bad for worse for the Greek driver.
Yeah, he can go for fastest lap though, and I think that's all he's going to get today as a consolation.
The 1 point added on for fastest lap if you're within the top 10. So, DRS is going to open on Trey Mann's car, but Lee Nell's going to have DRS as well. As Lee Nell tries to get past Vesely one more time. Vesely had the DRS, that really helped him. Lee considering it to the inside. Oh, it's a dive bomb move! He's done the torpedo move and it's through! Look at that, respectful racing. And Trey Mann now deciding that he wants to come and play. To the inside. Trey Mann's going to judge making for a race and he doesn't hit Lee. He's gone down the inside of Lee as well. He's had to cut the corner because he's worried about Lee cutting him off. And now the Ferrari is behind him. The Ferrari has wing damage though, as Lee is now currently in a net P4 with a 13-second gap. So unless someone has the penalties from all penalties, I very much doubt we'll see Lee now on the podium tonight.
Unless there's a DNF obviously, but then Trey Mann and obviously will be waiting in the wings and
I hate to say it, I don't think Lee is getting on the podium tonight. Trainman
Stam's made another
Sector 2,
mistake.
yellow flags are waving. We're up towards Sector 2 now.
Stam.
It's Stam, is it?
Yeah, he's lost his wing again.
Sadness for the Greek driver who ran in second for so long in this race. Reminds me of Callum Ilott in the Formula 2 this weekend. Now, towards the last couple of laps of the race, Trainman is going to have DRS on Lienel. Lienel is going to be under pressure. What can Carroll do as he tries to defend to the outside? Thinks about it, going to make a late move, is he? No, he's going to stay to the outside as they run down into chicane. Lee giving the pace up, trying to get the run out of chicane. Oh, and he will get it this time round.
Hit the World Champions. Here comes Lee.
To the inside of Trainman, and it bumped it back! Lee is getting his elbows out here in GP3.
Also, Trainman got a tyre on the grass going into the corner, so that didn't help him. Side by side they go. Lee! Lee again with the braking and then broke into Bastilli. I'm sorry, I can't. That from my view of Bastilli there, Lee broke to literally didn't go so much on Trainman. He forgot Bastilli was behind him.
Lee was trying to get his way underneath Trainman, and it's all going wrong for Lee.
Yeah, but Bastilli was just a passenger.
Yeah, well, it wasn't Vesely's fault. No, it wasn't at all. But we'll see what happens. Lee's under pressure. Obviously, the eyes of the world on him.
Rain is here.
Woohoo! I said it! I think we get very right at the end.
So this could be Vesely's last chance, really, to make any moves. Lee, he's put his elbows up to that, and you've got to commend him for that. But you know, he's had a very good race as well. Third on the grid as well. Not bad. Not too shabby. To say,
right, if there was any penalties handed out, Lee will still be penalised if it is meant to be a penalty. There is no admin favourite. There really isn't. I mean, I even said today.
I wasn't saying there was.
Well, no, I'm just saying this in response to the chat. I am racing tomorrow. Yes. DJ, yeah, he can make it into the top 10 right now on penalties, but we're on to the penultimate lap of the race, and right now into the hairpin.
Me and JB are back on Thursday. Me and JB are back on Thursday.
Yes, we are. I do hope that doesn't happen, because Sven is looking for his win again tonight in the Ferrari team. His first win for the Ferrari team, and he's in the number 2 car, well, the second Ferrari car, as he comes up towards the line now to start the final lap of the race. Out with a time penalty as well. What a way to start it.
Absolutely, and the rain only getting heavier and heavier. Still wants this position though.
He does, and I think he's going to be a little bit angry, but his tyres are 20 lap olds. They're starting to genuinely wear. So what will happen on penalties at the end of this Grand Prix? Will we have a prize? Topics now with another time penalty.
He doesn't know that, and I think he's going to get the position anyway on Lee, but still bad to get it on track, obviously, as a driver.
So, if we look at GA now, he's looking to the back of Doc Special Energy, but I think Doc Special Energy's done a good enough job to stay in P8 right now. But, oh god, his tyres are going to be absolutely shredded. Oh, no, that's not going to help.
It's getting a bit greasy out there.
Yeah. Final lap of the race as we head into the hairpin for the final time.
Yeah, that'll say Sven to the hairpin.
So, we're going to follow him now up towards the line.
Watch the Stilly, just so you know.
What can we see as we look at... as we look at Sam with the fastest lap of the race, but it will not go to him because he's in P13. So the fastest lap point will be taken away, I believe, as he comes through the final chicane. For the first time, Sven is going to win for Ferrari. Sven feeling very happy, joining his brother in one team, and he's gone and done it. He has won, pole in the win, but it wasn't easy. Topics looking for P2 here in the race. On the track, he finishes in P2, lagging his way across the line. Billy, though, for the podium is in P3. And Trainman's going to finish home in P4. And it'll be interesting to see where everyone will line up after that with penalties. But what a tremendous Grand Prix.
So close to Lee. But Uga got Billy. And Vesely's on the podium.
Vesely is on the podium. And we will be interviewing Vesely, Topics, and Sven at the end of the race. Because they are the podiums in the front. George Special Energy running to the line now, fighting him. And GA doesn't get him, but he does pass him under the AI control. And Clarkson into the top 10 on penalties. GA dropping down to P11. DCG with a 5-second penalty for an unserved penalty. Luke Beck is going to finish in P14. So our winner tonight is Sven in P1.
As Stanislas is higher on the line. It's quite funny.
The waiting Ferrari, as it is another trophy to one of the brothers Swedes.
Not the best day for Renault, is it?
No, they're having some really, really bad luck recently.
They'll come back fighting though. Here are the podium celebrations. I told you Vastili had a chance, and he came back.
I'm going to sneeze in a minute. It's going to suck.
Bless you. Bless you, my son.
You're feeling holy. 3 nationalities, though, on the podium. A Swede, a Briton, and a Norwegian.
A Briton. You know, Brits.
That's what we're called. We're called Britons.
We're called Brits.
No, we're called Britons.
Oh.
We are the... Have you never seen Monty Python?
No.
King of the Britons. That's who King Arthur was. King of the Britons. So, barring any serious investigations, and believe me, there might be some, here are the race results. Sven finishing in P1 ahead of Topics in P2, Vesely finishing in P3. Those are our podium sitters. We'll have a chat with them at the end of the Grand Prix. Uga Trainman is in P4, Billy is in P5, Lee Nell is in P6, though he will be under investigation, I believe. Gabriel Things is in P7, DJ Clarkson is in P8, Doc Specialty is in P9, and Al Stanton is in P10. Well done for the back of the grid. Outside of the top 10, scoring no points, GA finishing in P11, DCG in P12, Stam in P13, Luke Beck in P14, Psychovich in P15, and Button Sands did not finish the race. Neither did Fester, Sigurd, and Ash. Ooh, hiccup's moving through. Oh, that was a nasty hiccup. So.
Lovely.
Let's have a chat. What was it Ferrari with? I'll get that on the screen.
Boom. We're done for another stream, Jack.
We are. But we have to have a chat first. Let's get the top 3 in. Let's invite them in. It's alright. So we're going to get the race winner in, if we can. Sven getting a nice invite. We're going to get, who was in second place? It was, Topics. See if I can get through here. You finished in P2, did you?
P1, P2, P3, all the way to P20. All the way to
Sven has
P25.
joined us, but I can't get to his name for some reason. Oh my god, this game hates me, I swear. You know what, let's leave
it's just me.
Let's leave this and we will invite them a different way. Topics. Invite sent. And let us get to Vesely now. He's in his own party right now, so we will not be able to invite him to the party unless he leaves his party.
Invite someone.
You can. I think Topics won't be able to join us because you just added me into a group. So let's get it on via this way. If his party is public, then I can't join him. But if it's private like mine, I can. No, it's the other way around. You know what I mean?
Not anymore, mate. Not anymore.
So we'll see. I sent 2 invites out. I believe we won't be able to see Topics in a minute. I think Topics is saying that he can't race. We'll see if Vesely can join us. Vesely has joined us. So just to check, Vesely, have you got your voice set share? Please do. Does it not? Okay, so I'll just paraphrase what you say if they can't hear you. So we'll start with you because the Topics in due to his headset being broken. Sorry. So Vesely, you weren't actually on the podium. You didn't finish in 3rd though, but you got 3rd on penalties. How does that feel?
Don't know. It's not a third, but it's still a 3rd. So great.
So, Vesely, hopefully you can hear him, but I will still paraphrase. Vesely is saying it's still 3rd, even after he finished the race in 6th, so, still a podium. How did you find that race? Because you seem to get quite bogged down, stuck behind a few drivers.
Yeah, it was a tricky start and ruined my front wing, but just put my head down and tried to do my best. And a nice fight with the trainman and Lee. Great fun.
So Vesely just saying there that he knackered his front wing within the first lap, and then had some fun though battling Lee and Trainman. Did you expect third at this race, or was it a surprise?
Not at all. It's a great surprise.
Oh, they can hear you. Okay, we can hear you. I can stop paraphrasing now. Oh, thank God for that. Because I'm terrible. Okay, keep going with that. Sorry.
Didn't expect third, but great race and yeah.
I'm what's now known as an idiot when I stream. Though next race we're off the
discovered this now.
The abuse. The abuse I suffer. I may as well just crawl into a hole and cry. So
I can dig the hole.
To next week's race though, Vesely, are you looking forward to France?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if I can make the start. A baby girl on the way.
So, congratulations!
Ooh.
Thank you. So hope the timing doesn't clash. But...
Just 5 laps into the race, all you hear is the baby girl coming. So, oops.
All we see is Vesely 20 seconds in the lead, and then he leaves. Like, oh,
we will give you. I will say it now. If you do, you can retire on track. If that is to happen, Vesely, I will let you retire on track and do whatever you like. You can crash into the wall if you want to. I don't care. You take care of priorities first. You know.
Yeah, I will.
All right. So. Barring your little girl turning up, that sounds odd. But barring your daughter coming, would you be looking forward to France, or is that a track that you think you'd have to forget?
Don't know. I haven't driven France in this game yet, so let's see.
Remember the pit lane's changed. Remember the pit lane has changed.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some practice then.
Alright, so we'll move away. We can't talk to Topics because his headset's broken, so congratulations to Topics though for P2. Now, you did a mid-season swap from one Italian team to another. How does it feel to be a Ferrari winner, Sven? So how did the race go? It wasn't easy though. It was very drivers kept you honest through that race, didn't they? All right, I'll just paraphrase what Sven said. He said that it wasn't a perfect race, and that he broke his front wing on the second lap of the race, and he then had to dump every bit of power to stay ahead of Stam, who had some great pace today. But when you were battling Stam, did you feel that he was totally respectful, or did you feel that some of his moves could have been a bit more bit borderline? But did you enjoy the battle nonetheless? So Sven saying that he had fun battling Stam despite a bit of lag, but he still had some fun racing alongside the Greek driver. Next week off to Paul Ricard. Are you looking forward to heading into the European rounds of the Formula 1 calendar? So Sven just saying that France is not his favourite track, but high speed is high fun, as he says. Also hoping that his brother steps up. So here's one final question: which one of you is Michael? Which one of you is Ralph? So Sven saying that he'd say he's more Ralph Schumacher than Michael Schumacher, but his brother will get a few more races this year, and I believe in him as well. So, congratulations on your win. Congratulations on topic 4.
I have a question.
Oh, you do have a question. You said you're going to leave it to me, but here we go.
I do. So now you are in Ferrari with your brother. Has that created a rivalry in real life? You know, do you want to be on top? Do you think you are the better of the two drivers? Oh, interesting. Another question. If your results continue to
hold on. Can I just paraphrase what you just said there?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So what Sven just said was that him and his brother have planned a lot about it. That he is definitely the number 2 driver in the team right now because he's new to Ferrari, but him and his brothers had a few contingency plans for strategy and all that, but Trainman's struggles in qualifying really put that on the back burner. So we'll see into next week before that happens. Before Alex asks his second question.
My second question is: if you get the better results for a few races, will those plans swap? Will you become the first driver, or is it for the rest of the season he's going to remain the first driver? Ooh.
Okay. So Sven just saying there that it's a race by race thing. Who the quote unquote number 1 driver is in Ferrari. The strategy will go to whoever qualifies first, and the Ferrari team will decide that. But Sven is confident that he beat his big brother, which is always good to see rivalry within SFR, even within brothers.
That's what we're known for, ruining families, okay.
I'm only a home wrecker for you, Alex.
Oh, thanks, man.
Sorry, Sven, what was that? More congratulations. More congratulations for Vesely and his child on the way. So congratulations from SFR, because I'm nice today. Ooh. Wonder what it'll be like tomorrow. Well, we'll step away from these guys. Congratulations to all of you guys for joining us on the podium. All to you. Well done to Topics again for finishing in P2. Very well done to you. You're now free to leave. Go have a drink. Do whatever you need to do. Or go tickle your brother because he finished in P5. Whatever you need to do. Now, back off to you, Alex. How was that race for you? Because that really was fun.
I said it's a highlight of the season for me. Without question. Really good racing throughout. That was, I couldn't be honest, there wasn't any dirty driving. There was a few mistakes in there, and there were a few things investigated, but none of that was particularly dirty, and none of it was malicious. That was just pure clean driving for the most part. I'm going to say at least a good 99%, which sometimes we don't get that, and that's kind of, that. I think you can agree there. I don't think there's many issues with the racing.
There really wasn't. It was really fun. I mean, the only stretch I think would have been an issue would have been a bit of lag in the lobby, but I think that's just down to the servers being maintenance today. But SFR is not done here at the Circuit Your Villeneuve. Tomorrow will be GP2, where James will be returning to commentary. I believe he might have James Killer on comms with him. Not confirmed yet. We'll see who's on commentary with James tomorrow, as you see how I deal with the GP2 cars around this circuit. Oh dear, pray for me in the Williams. But we're also not done, because me and Alex will be returning to the commentary booth on Thursday for the final race here in Canada for the Premier Division. Excuse me. How are you feeling about that? Alex, are you looking forward to be backing up here with me?
No.
He's lying. He really likes me. He really enjoys being in commentary with me. Yeah, you do.
No.
Yeah, you
Get back in your cage. Get back in your cage.
I am bigger than you. I am bigger. I'm higher on the food chain. You're gonna get in my belly. And yes,
I'm disabled. You can't touch me. I'm disabled, you can't touch me.
You can't touch me, I'm disabled. Oh, I know what? No, it's time to end. Thank you very much
does that
for
mean
everyone
that we
that
can
joined
beat
us.
up each other, or does that mean we can't touch each other?
I think that means we can beat up each other, but no one can get involved. So it's a fight to the death.
We could be a tag team and win every time. Let's go.
Yes. Alright. On that note of severe confusion, thank you all so much for watching. My name is JB. Thank you, Alex, for joining me on commentary.
Absolute pleasure. See you guys on Thursday.
And
We'll see you on the
next
weekend for a podcast.
Yes, we will.
As well.
Probably me being bullied about Speedway. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time in SFR. Make sure you check out the other streams on the channel, and we'll see you next time. Ta-ra, guys!
Bye.